Hey guys, Joebizz34 back again with another quick review, and I am here with the one and only Pinhead from Hellraiser 3, made by ThreeZero. I will say that it is a very nice figure, especially for the price, so that's why I kind of ended up buying it anyway, even though at first I wasn't. I was a big fan of the Mezco Pinhead, as you guys know, and I figured that would be enough to be in my collection, but since there's not a lot of Pinhead love out there, I figured let me just take a chance on this one anyway, because I started to see some pictures and I said, alright, he doesn't look so bad. At first I didn't think it resembled Doug Bradley, but after starting to take some photos, you know, with different lighting, you know, the likeness does come out more. And that's what I posted on Facebook and in the beginning of this video, some of those different lighting effects. And you know, for the price, it's a safe gamble, because it doesn't, you know, really cost that much for this figure compared to others. And there's room for improvement, but it's also very nice. There's the nice box that it comes in, as you can see, and it looks like the same type of look as the puzzle box. And as you can see, he's holding the puzzle box. And I have to say, as far as the sculpted hands and stuff, you know, it's very similar to Mezco as far as the look of it. The only difference, the box is a little more detailed, it has like some grooves in it. So the box is a little better. And there is room for improvement, like I said, but for the price, it's pretty damn good. You know, here's his skirt. Underneath he has the boots, which you've seen other people show in other videos at this point. He stands very well on his own. Doesn't come with a stand, but there's boots and leather pants. Well, fox leather material underneath. He comes with his tools. So I mean, accessories aren't great, but again, he is a simple character. He's got his tools, his box, and then they give you different hands. They also give you in the box different like extra sets of pins, I guess, in case any of them fall out. And hooks, because there are little actual like hooks, metal hooks that like you see here in the outfit, and then on the back to his head. So if you're going to pose his head, be careful, because these hooks can come loose, but you can also unhook them temporarily so you can move the head, which is nice. And I just kind of tilted the head a little forward, gave him a little more of a leaning forward look as he's holding the box. He's very poseable. I mean, everything about him is poseable. You could bend his knees and you could turn his legs and feet, his wrists and hands, and his arms bend. You could tilt his head. I mean, like I said, the posability is a little limited. Be careful. Don't pressure on the pins because the pins could bend. This is not like Mezco where they went with the thicker pins. So overall, I do like this better as far as the length and the thickness of the pins. This looks more like the real deal of what Mezco originally looked like in the prototype. But I have to say, I still think that Mezco has them beat a little bit with the look, with the likeness to Doug Bradley. Almost like more of a part 1 or 2 look, where this is capturing more of the part 3 look with the grimace. Now they do have the other Mezco version where he's grimacing like this, and I will say that this version has that one beat. The paintwork on the head could have been a little more detailed, although, like I said, when under certain lighting, there are blues and more detail to the paint job than you see offhand, just like looking at it at normal eye level. But if you change the lighting or shine light on him, there's other shades that come out. There is blue, shadowing around his eyes, and there's the black pupils and stuff. The teeth and the mouth have like the pinkish around the lips, and then the teeth are like a yellowish. Matter of fact, what I'll do is let me pause this for a second. I'll get a little light so you can see. Okay, so I'm recording again. Get my finger out of the way. Alright, so I have a little light here, and this is what I use for some of my photos. Now, if you shine it on him, get it at certain angles, I'll show you what I mean. You can start, see the blue circles under his eyes? It's kind of hard to get it just right, but see if I can get in closer. You can see he's got, he does have like yellow stained teeth, and there's that blue hue around his eyes. And like I said, with certain lighting, you can actually bring out his likeness a little more to Doug Bradley. It does bring it out more, so it's in there. The Doug Bradley face is in there. Otherwise, at certain angles or certain lighting, it looks like, when you go further away like this, it looks more generic. So I think the sculpt could use a little improvement, and the paintwork could be a little more detailed. Like certain angles, like I always said, he looks like the dude that played him in the last one that Doug Bradley passed on. But overall, it is nice, and it is better in person than I've seen in some of the earlier pics, and I think the original prototype doesn't look as good as this. I think they went back and kind of touched it up and made it look a little better. The outfit is great. Could be a little more detail. I feel like they're lacking in detail a little bit in the middle of the outfit here. I feel like there should be a little more something to it there. And there could be a little more maybe weathering on the outfit to highlight the creases and stuff. So, eliminate some of that flat black. I mean, it's got like a shiny black, like leather look, but maybe a little weathering highlights here. I don't know. Maybe I'll customize it a little bit. But overall, it's really nice. The tools are nice. The string that they hold on, that's attached to his stomach area here. Overall, they've captured everything pretty nice. And again, you can't beat the price for what you get with this. So it's nice to have more Pinhead options. I have to say, this is nice. If you want to go the even cheaper route, that's still nice, but more of a statue, less posability. There's the Mezco options. They have the additional hands here that you could see, and this is the infamous hand that he sticks the worm needles through that comes out of his head when he's in the church, and he kind of mocks the cross pose, the crucifixion. So you can swap out the hands and you can have him do that. And I've seen some people pose his arms out like that and tilt his head. So it can be done, which is cool. And that's something that you can do with Mezco by spreading his arms, but you can't tilt his head. This guy does, his head does turn and tilt to a point, so you can do that. And I have seen people do it. So overall, once again, very nice. I would say from a scale of 1 to 10, if you just went by likeness and detail, I'd give it about a 7. Definitely a little bit of room of improvement. But when you throw the price in there and you say that you're getting all this detail with the real pins and all the nice, little accessories and details, I would say it almost ups it to like, it ups the score to like an 8.5 if you count the price. And if this figure was like, an expensive Hot Toys cost, I would lower the score. But since it is as good as it is with the price point, I would give it like I said, an 8.5. I'm very happy. I'm glad I ended up buying it. How can you not have it? You know, again, even though I love the Mezco one, and the Mezco one came out nicer than a lot of people would expect, other than its, you know, shortcomings with the thicker pins. Although in person it's not as bad, but this is definitely another nice alternative and a higher end version. But again, not anything that's going to break the bank. So it's a win-win. I say get both of them. Anyway, that's another quick review from Joebizz34. I'll be back real soon with some really cool additional reviews coming soon. Peace out.